Hey guys, it's Stephen here, 20 to 11 on a Monday night. I thought I'd record a very quick video because my good friend Sam Lee's tweeted out an article about the youngsters that will be travelling with the first team on Wednesday against BURTON ALBION. It's a very interesting list, so you know me, given the fact that I'm dead interested in all that kind of stuff, I thought I'd make a very quick video just informing you about these players if you don't know who they are, what you can expect to see from them if they get involved on a Wednesday night. Now the list is Ian Paveda, Felix Lemaitre, Taylor Richards, ICAP, and they'll be joining allegedly Eric Garcia, Philippe Sandler, and maybe Luke Walton as well. That's the list there Sam's plucked from his sources, no doubt. Sam knows his things, and don't forget you can read his article in the link in the description below. Cheers Sam for letting me make this video. I asked him before, I don't want to crash his article, and Sam's a really good bloke, so go and check out that in the description below. But on to the actual players, and if these players are actually involved, I guess time will tell there, but I do trust Sam on this. The names notably that are missing for me are Bernabe, I think maybe he's got an injury, and there's no Claudio Gomez, and also no Matondo. Now Matondo, it could be the contract thing. If he is likely to leave, then maybe that's why he's not involved in this. But let's look at the players that are there. Now Ian Paveda, if you don't know much about him, he's a very tricky, very nimble, very skillful, very fun to watch young winger. He plays on the right or the left side cutting in, but mainly on the right cutting in and scoring long-range goals, and he's been fantastic this season in the Checkatrade Trophy. He's become a very well-rounded, very fun winger to watch. He's only tiny, but he has his incredible quick feet and this great ability to drive at people and run past them, and he has this wonderful ability to jinx out the tightest spaces despite several people being around him, and he scores great goals. He's been a star for England's youth teams. And he comes probably deserved into this squad, in my opinion. He should be one of those there, and I would have had him ahead of Matondo personally anyway, given the fact he's a little bit older, given the fact that he's essentially been one of the best players in the Checkatrade Trophy tournament so far. He was even nominated for Player of the Round in the whole competition the other week, so he definitely deserves that. And I would like to see him start out wide. For me, Mahrez on one wing, Paveda on the other would be a good option, though. Gabriel Jesus in the middle. And to the midfielders, we've got Felix Lemaitre there. He's a very gifted attacking midfielder. He is the younger brother of Lucas Lemaitre. He's very good feet, very technical. He absolutely loves a long range. He can curl them in from 30 yards quite comfortably. Can go this way and that way, can play some lovely passes. There are some question marks whether he quite grabs hold of the games yet, but it seems Pep really likes him. He's been on the bench a couple of times now. Hopefully he'll get some game time. Likewise, Taylor Richards is another player that was hugely highly rated, but unfortunately last season got a very serious injury and was out for most of the season, if not all of it. Taylor is very elegant, very skillful, very, very comfortable on the ball. He has this almost laconic gait about the way he plays football. And him and Felix obviously will be kind of vying for that attacking midfielder spot. Taylor's also scored a few goals recently for the Checkatrade Trophy and for the academy teams, and he's a good footballer, very calm as well in set pieces, good from the penalty spot, and can take free kicks as well. Both of those young attacking midfielders, I would love to see him get some game time at some point. I suspect they'll be on the bench, but maybe they'll come on at some point for Foden. I think Foden will probably start, maybe Gundogan there. And also in midfield is ICAP. He's actually related to Jose Angel Pozo. He used to play for Manchester City, the striker, who's now playing in the Liga. And Ica is a really good little footballer as well. I'm not sure how much he's got a long-term career at Manchester City. He does turn 20 in March, but he's the kind of player that would not let the team down. He's very elegant, very calm on the ball. Number 6, he will sit at the deepest part of the midfield, and he'll dictate play. He's very intelligent in the way he uses ball. And it's not an unfair comparison to compare him to Alice Garcia, the way he plays, the way he has that same kind of 360 vision of what's going on around him. Maybe he's not quite as physical as Garcia is there, but he definitely has that wonderful ability just to make the correct decisions all the time, and one that definitely would not let the team down if he was given a chance. I don't suspect he'll start the game, but I suspect he might get him at some point, and if he does, he's a good player. He'll be decent. And also, one that I'm really happy about, Luke Walton, the Manchester City fan. He was fantastic in pre-season, playing as a right wing back. He's allegedly in the squad as well, and that should be there. That should be happening because he deserves that, given his performances in pre-season. He was unlucky to get a knock just before the Community Shield game, because he could have got a game there. And as you've seen from Luke Walton, he's a bulldozing right-sided player. He played at right wing-back during pre-season, position he's not played much before, for being honest. He's more of a right winger, and he was even a striker at one point for the under-16s and under-15s, and he can essentially do a role pretty much anywhere, given the fact that he's got incredible work rate, given the fact that he's absolutely rapid, and he's a player that I think deserves a game in a competition like this. I'm hoping that he actually starts at right-back, even though he's not played that much. I think in general he could impress a few people. I'm just glad he's back in the squad, given the fact that he was unfortunate this season with injuries. I really like Luke Walton. He's a local lad, and I think in general he deserves his chance. And also Eric Garcia is going to be there as well as Phil Foden, of course, and probably Muric, and then also Philippe Sandler. I'm expecting Eric Garcia will probably start, and maybe Sandler will start alongside him. You could also see Eloquin Mangala because he's back in training, but I don't really want to talk about that too much. But anyway, that's just the players that are going to be involved, allegedly, from Sam Lee, according to his sources, which is, he's a pretty reliable guy. He tends to know his thing. In general, I'm quite looking forward to seeing this group of players, if we're being honest. I think particularly Pervaded deserves to be there, and the Nature. It's nice to see Eric Garcia get as well, and Luke Bolton. To be honest, they all deserve to be there. It is weird to see Nobanabi. Maybe he's got a knock. Gomez, I don't know what's going on there. He could play in the Checker J Trophy instead. But if Agapos is ahead of him, it means that maybe Gomez isn't quite ready yet. And Matondo, I do think that's a contract thing, really. And I guess the rest will just be involved on Tuesday night in the Checker J Trophy. I suspect one or two of the academies lads from the under-18s will be called up to be involved in that game. The likes of DiMaggio, Wright Phillips, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, just a very quick video there. Don't forget to check out my video on the 5 things learned from the Huddersfield game as well. Let me know what you make of all these players in the comments below. In a bit.